How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the New York Jets franchise on Madden 20. My name is Football Fan Forever, and there is no place like home as the New York Jets get ready to defend their home turf in the divisional round of the playoffs against their bitter rivals, the New England Patriots. These two teams have given us some exciting football games, especially over the last couple of seasons, and today's game is a rematch of last year's AFC wildcard matchup that the Patriots ended up winning in overtime. The circumstances are a little different, however, as the New York Jets have played themselves to the number 2 seed in the AFC this season, and they are favored along with the Houston Texans to advance to play in the AFC Championship game. The last time the Patriots and the Jets met was back in Week 16, just a couple of weeks ago, that the Jets won by a score of 13-12. I'd expect another close game here in the snow as Brendan McLendon gets us underway here in the AFC Divisional round. Kerryon Johnson will take it from inside his own 5. He will cross the 30 before he's wrapped up by Gerard Thornton at the 31, and that is where Cam Newton will set up shop with his New England offense. Newton had a very good season, throwing for 31 touchdowns to just 6 interceptions. But none of those touchdowns have come against the New York Jets this season, and you know this defense would love to keep that record intact. First down run play for the Patriots will get about 4 yards and will set up an early 3rd and 6. Newton going 5 wide, and the Jets will try and get off the field here. Newton rolls to his left, steps up in the pocket, and down he goes. It's Eric Armstead with the sack back at the 34, and the Patriots will go 3 and out on their opening possession. And it's been a couple weeks since LaMarcus Albert has taken the field. He didn't play in Week 17, and the Jets had a first-round bye. So the key for him today will be to limit mistakes and allow this offense to move the ball consistently down the field. They might not have to ask him to do too much because you know how much the Jets rely on their running game. And they'll start the day on the ground as Willie Sparks also returns to the lineup. The Jets have the number 1 rushing attack in the league for the 2nd straight season, but it's well-balanced teams that advance in the playoffs, and they take on a top 10 defense here today that's top 5 in some metrics as well. In particular, New England has always had a strong secondary. Even after the departure of the McCourty brothers, Stephon Gilmore still presents a major challenge. And it's 3rd and 7 for the Jets. Albert, against a 3-man rush, has this batted down. Carl Nassib split the double team, and the Jets will also go 3 and out on their opening possession. That will bring out the 3-time Pro Bowl punter Braden Mann. He's given the Pro Bowl nod here earlier this week, and he'll boom it away to J.J. Taylor, who makes a cut left, breaks a tackle, and crosses the 40 to the 42 before he's finally taken down. That will give New England some good field position here in what might end up being a game of inches. Kareem Hunt will take this to the left side, and he'll have a New England first down as the Patriots cross into New York territory. Newton will head to the air on 2nd down. Quick throw to the right side, but it is in and out of his receiver's hands. And the Jets defense will have another chance to get off the field here. 3rd and long for Newton. Time running out. He throws to the left side, and it's caught, but well shy of the marker. And the Jets will get the ball back on their own 15. Anthony McFarland in the game. He'll take the delayed give up to the left side, but that will be coming back. It is a hold on the Jets, and they'll be backed up to their own 7. Hard count from Albert. Nobody jumps, and McFarland will get the carry again, juking his way across the 20, and he'll get a bunch of that yards back. 2nd and 3 after an impressive run. From the pistol now, Albert will hand off to Sparks, and there's Patriots waiting for him in the backfield. That'll make it 3rd down. Trips formation to the left. Albert to the air. He'll fire short, and that catch is made by Jamison Crowder at the 27. It's a third down conversion to keep the drive alive. Sparks in the game on 1st and 10. He'll power his way ahead to the 32. And that will be a gain of 5. The fullback Preston checking into the game as Anthony McFarland will carry this straight up the middle. And that will lead to another third down as yards appear to be at a premium here early on in this one. Albert will roll to his right, fire on the move, but this one out of reach of anybody. And the Jets again will stall as Albert took a big hit on that one. And the Patriots will take over on their own 32. Single high safety look for the Jets. Play action for Newton on 1st down. He's taken the first shot of the day, but it is knocked away from N'Keal Harry by Marshawn Lattimore. 2nd down. Nice play there by the veteran corner in single coverage. And now Mass Johnson will meet Hunt in the backfield for a loss of 3. It's another 3rd and very long for the Patriots. As Newton will survey the field from the split shotgun, trying to set up the screen. He'll get it off to Taylor, who's met behind the line by Stephen Donnelly, and that will be another stop by this New York Jets defense. Very little offense thus far for either team, and not likely to change with the way the New York ground game is going here. 6 carries, but very few yards to show for it on the ground as Anthony McFarland checks into the game on 2nd down. He won't get past the line of scrimmage either, and it's 3rd and 14. Albert will spread out the field. 4 wide receivers in the formation. Taking a shot. There's Jamison Crowder up the left sideline. And he's hauled down at the New England 36. It's a 41-yard gain for the New York Jets. And that will get them to the edge of Brendan McLendon field goal range. And now Albert will trip on 1st down. And he is sacked by Neville Gallimore back at the 42. And that will put the Jets in a tough situation here. 3rd and 14. Snow still coming down. It'll be in the forecast for the rest of the day. But LaMarcus Albert is on target for Christopher Herndon. Nice throw there on the slant route will give the Jets the 1st down at the 21 as the first quarter is coming to a close. And there is still no room for Willie Sparks. 6 carries, 7 yards. It's a 0-0 ball game as we head to the second quarter, and the Jets once again are facing a 3rd and long. Albert from under center on 3rd and 10. Quick throw to the right side, and there's the always reliable Jamison Crowder at the 8. 1st and goal New York as they try to break our scoreless tie here. Albert will roll to his left. He lost the football, and it's recovered by the Patriots. A red zone turnover on 1st and goal, and New England's defense makes the first big play of the game on the strip sack by Zach Bond. And it looked like Anthony McFarland had a chance to recover the fumble, but instead it's Neville Gallimore who picks it up, and the Patriots will take over on their own 22. And that was a disappointing end to the first sustained drive that we've seen all day here. And Cam Newton will face a blitz on 3rd and 2, and that's off the hands of his tight end. So big mistakes on both sides of the ball. That was an easy catch for Zach Boggs, the tight end, but he can't haul it in, and the Jets defense once again gets the stop. But can their offense get anything going? Just 10 yards on 7 carries for Willie Sparks, and that's put them in a lot of 3rd down situations here. 3rd and 7. Albert slings it to C.D. Lamb, who will have it at the 44-yard line for the 1st down. And the Jets completed just 46% of their 3rd down conversions in the regular season. They're doing a pretty good job here today, despite not having a lot of success on 1st down. But now Jesse Jackson, the number 2 corner for the Patriots, is shaken up at the end of this play. And that could be a big injury for the Patriots, as the New York passing game has been their main method of moving the ball here today. But the Jets seem content to keep the ball on the ground here. They're continuing to run just right up the middle. And while it's not really paying dividends just yet, it does have them on the edge of field goal range here. 3rd and 6. Albert from the shotgun lets it go for Lamb, who can't hang on through the contact. Nice hit by the linebacker there, and now some trash talking boiling over into a shoving match. These games always bring out the competitive edge in these athletes, as the Jets will have to turn to their rookie kicker to attempt a 54-yard field goal right hash, and it is good. So Brendan McLendon puts the Jets on the board. They lead 3-0 with less than 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. The Patriots will take over. They've not done much on offense here today. There's the first catch for Ryan Izzo, as he will have that one to the 40-yard line. Just 14 passing yards for Cam Newton on 4 of 8 passing thus far. He'll head to the air on 1st and 10, and will find Trey Quinn at midfield for a gain of 9. Newton trying to get going here off of play action. He will stand tall and find Quinn again into New York territory for a gain of 12. It'll be interesting to see how many passing attempts we see from either team in the elements here today, but when you've got tight ends making plays like that, it's hard not to trust them. That's a gain of 8, and it'll make it 2nd and 2. Newton quickly heading back to the air. There's a throw to N'Keal Harry, who makes a man miss and picks up a gain of 12. And now it's the Patriots' turn to move inside the red zone. This is their best drive, and they're doing a lot of work on 1st and 2nd downs. Now a strike to Trey Quinn. That's his 3rd catch this series, and the Patriots have it goal to go on the New York 6. Newton from the shotgun, a handoff to Johnson, who breaks a tackle, and he's in for the touchdown. All those throws just set up the run, and the Jets did not look ready for it. Cal Kohler had the best chance to bring him down, but the Patriots will take the lead on a 9-play, 74-yard drive. And now it's the Jets' turn to play from behind. Less than 3 minutes to go in the second quarter here. 2nd and 13. Albert with time fires to the right side looking for Herndon, but there's plenty of contact, and this will draw a flag. So the penalty yardage plus a nice gain on 1st down will put the Jets in New England territory here. 2nd and 2. Preston in the game. They'll toss it that direction, and there's no blockers in front for Willie Sparks. Nice play there by the safety as we hit the 2-minute warning. And that was just a missed opportunity for the Jets. Tyree Phillips is right there, but decides not to try and block the speedy Marshall, and it's 3rd and 7. New England will blitz on 3rd down, but LaMarcus Albert is on target to Kadero Hodge, who hangs on through the contact for a big New York 1st down. Albert again getting blitzed. It's picked up, and Albert will escape the pocket, buying time. And there's C.D. Lamb inside the 20, down to the 12. A great play by LaMarcus Albert to extend the play and buy time for his wide receiver to get open. It's a gain of 30. Nice play here by LaMarcus Albert, leading his wide receiver up the field with that throw and away from the coverage, and it will put the Jets inside the red zone. Ball on the 12, 1st and 10, just over a minute to go in the first half here, and down goes LaMarcus Albert. Carl Nassib just pushed Leroy Grant into his lap for a loss of 12, and it's 2nd and 22. Jets with all 3 timeouts. Albert will take off as he's blitzed and slide down at the 5. And with 30 seconds left, 3rd and 3, the Jets will call their first timeout. Trying to put 7 on the board. Albert throws to the end zone, and it's caught by Kadero Hodge. And the Jets will retake the lead just before halftime, and it didn't take long for them to start picking on J.C. Jackson's replacement. This is Randall Harrison, who's beat on the slant route. to cap off an 8-play 65-yard drive to give New York a 10-7 lead going into halftime. And neither team is really distinguishing themselves here. I feel like the Jets have been outplaying the Patriots, but that's not reflected on the scoreboard. We've got a very tight game here as they battle to figure out who will advance to play the winner of the Cincinnati-Houston game, which will take place tomorrow afternoon. This is the first game of the divisional weekend, taking place Saturday at 1 o'clock. So we don't even know the results of the other divisional games. But this one is shaping up to be a very close one. Jets starting the second half with the ball, facing a 3rd and 3. And what a catch by Kadero Hodge! And that's just having trust in your wide receiver. Again, they're going after Harrison. But that is sensational body control by the veteran wide receiver who is getting hot at the right time for the New York Jets. Following the conversion, it's 2nd and 5, and Anthony McFarland will have a short gain there. Just 4 yards a carry is well below his season average of over 5. And that will bring out the fullback Preston for a 3rd and 1. Willie Sparks will fight his way ahead, and I think he just got there, as the New York Jets running game was off to a slow start here today. Sparks and McFarland have combined for just 36 yards on 16 first half carries, but they've stayed patient, and now there's some room here to run in the second half. There's a nice gain by Anthony McFarland, 1st and 10 New York at the 23-yard line. Now Willie Sparks will check back in, and Albert will call his own number, sprinting away from the defensive end, and he will slide down at the 11-yard line. And it would be huge if the Jets could add points to their lead here. 1st and 10, Albert back to pass, under pressure, fires, and he's intercepted in the end zone. Looking for his tight end, Herndon. There is Jones to pick him off. And it's another red zone turnover for the New York Jets. And this ball may have just been released a little bit late. Herndon had a small window there, but almost only counts for horseshoes and hand grenades, and the Jets will give the ball back to the New England Patriots and cling to a 3-point lead. New England hasn't gotten a whole lot going on offense, and they struggled on 3rd down. Here's a 3rd and 1 as the Jets try to get off the field. Hunt up the middle, some patient running, breaks a tackle, and he's taken down by Marion Mariov after a first down scamper to the 37. That's a big conversion for the Patriots, as they've had very few drives that have been sustained. They'll go back to the run game on 1st and 10, and Kel Kohler will hang on to Hunt for a gain of 5, and that will force New England into another 3rd and short. New York will crowd the line. It's a delay give to Johnson, and he is met. C.J. Mosley and Gerard Thornton will combine to stop him short of the marker. And that's a big play from the defensive leader of this team for so many years. He's seen his playing time cut short this season, mostly relegated to that 3-4 set. But he ends up making a big 3rd down stop, and now Willie Sparks taking over for the Jets will have his best carry of the day to the 31-yard line. He's had to earn every one of his 39 yards here today. But it's 1st and 10 New York from the 31. Josiah Doolittle in the game, and he won't have a lot of room to run. A long gain of 1. That will lead to another 3rd down for the Jets. They were 7 of 10 on 3rd down in the first half. That's really efficient, especially for this team. As LaMarcus Albert will let this fly, and guess who? It's Kadero Hodge again, getting separation against Harrison. 4 catches, 52 yards, and of course the big go-ahead touchdown for Hodge, as the Jets will get another 3rd down conversion, and Anthony McFarland will move the sticks on the very next play. 1st and 5 now after an encroachment penalty. Albert lines up under center. Adjusting the play at the line of scrimmage, he's blitzed, and it's picked up, and will fire over the middle for Kadero Hodge. He'll be close to another 1st down, and indeed the Jets will have a fresh set of downs. This third quarter has flown by. Less than 20 seconds to go as Willie Sparks again finds daylight on the left side of that line. He's finally over 50 yards as we hit the fourth quarter. The stage is set for heroics here as we have a 10-7 ball game with just 13 minutes left to play. Jets on the New England 14-yard line trying to increase their lead. And Anthony McFarland inside the 5 is tackled down at the 3. With a burst of speed, it's goal to go New York from the 3-yard line. They've got a pair of red zone turnovers here in today's game. They'll toss it to the right side, and Willie Sparks is met back at the 8. Another nice play made by the safety there, and that will back the Jets up 3rd and goal. They cannot afford another red zone turnover here. Albert against the blitz, and down he goes. Nobody wide open, and instead of forcing it, Albert will take the sack back at the 19. And that will bring out the field goal unit. 36 yards for Brendan McLendon, right hash. He hit from 54 earlier, but pulls this one right. And the Jets have another red zone trip that ends without points, and the lead is still just 3. They're relying far too much on their defense for my tastes here, but that secondary has been up to the task. Just 59 passing yards through 3 quarters for Cam Newton. Here's 2nd and 10. Newton against a 4-man rush all day to throw. He'll check it short for Trey Quinn, who will be close to the marker, and it will be 3rd and inches. New York got a big 3rd down stop on their last drive. Newton off of RPO. The ball comes loose. It's recovered by C.J. Mosley, and he will scoop and score for the Jets. Chazen knocked it out, and it's the longtime defensive captain that will take it 36 yards to the house and a big 2-score lead for New York. McLendon missed the field goal earlier, but he's good on the point after attempt. It's a 10-point lead, and that's a lead that looks just about insurmountable with the way that this defense is playing. Newton is back out there. A delayed give to Hunt. He'll break 1 tackle on 2nd down, but he'll maybe have 1 yard, and it's 3rd and 3. The home crowd really getting into it now. Jets are showing double-A gap pressure. Hunt will get the call, and I don't think he got there. The Jets will decline the holding penalty as their defense comes up big again on 3rd and short, and the New York offense will get the ball back. Boston Scott ready to return this one. He will take it from inside his own 10-yard line, cutting up the left side with speed. This is looking promising, juking out the punter and ducking out of bounds at his own 48-yard line. An excellent return for Boston Scott will give the Jets good field position as they try and extend their lead here with just over 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. McFarland will get the carry, slipping through a hole. He's tackled by Gilmore at the New England 40-yard line. And despite their red zone woes here today, the Jets have done a decent job moving the ball here in the snow. 2nd and 2, ball on the 30. Hand off to Sparks, and again he'll have just enough for the first. And if the Jets can keep this up against one of the best run defenses in the league, they're putting themselves in a great position to drain some clock. We're inside 6.5 minutes. And they're going to keep the ball on the ground as long as Anthony McFarland and Willie Sparks can keep picking up a couple of yards here and there. We can really take some time and put New England in a crunch. 2nd and 4, Willie Sparks again up the middle. And another injury timeout for the Patriots. Juwan Bentley, one of their 2 starting middle linebackers in their 3-4 scheme, is shaken up. And it couldn't have come at a worse time. 3rd and 1. Reggie Bishop, the powerful running back, will pick up 9 yards en route to another New York first down. And that clock will continue to run. The Jets are in no hurry to get yards here, but Willie Sparks will take points if he can get them, and that might be the dagger. 24-7 with 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. The Jets have put themselves in a really good position to advance to the AFC Championship game, as Cam Newton now finds himself down 17 points with 3 timeouts and 5 minutes left. Patriots are going to need some yards and quickly here. 2nd and 8. Quick throw to the right side, and James Delgado makes a play on Hunt. It's 3rd and 8. Clock inside 4 minutes here. You'd think New England might want to start taking some shots down the field. Jets will bring 4. Quick throw to the left side, and there's the first catch of the day for N'Keal Harry with less than 4 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. He's been shut down by Marshawn Lattimore. Newton empties the formation on 2nd and 3. Another quick throw to the right side that is off the hands of Hunt, and it's 3rd and 3. Split backfield for Newton. He's back to pass. Jets will blitz, and down he goes. James Delgado with the sack to make it 4th and 13 and take us to the 2-minute warning here. Big players show up in big moments, and that was a big sack for the 3rd-year pro. New England's slim comeback hopes are resting on this 4th down conversion. Newton from the shotgun. It's a delayed give to Hunt, and he will be stopped well shy of the marker. It's a turnover on downs to cap off today's dominant defensive effort, as the offense will line up in the victory formation to send the New York Jets on to the AFC Championship. It's a statement victory for the Jets, as their running game and their defense once again carry them to victory. It wasn't a pretty ball game, but it was entertaining. I was on the edge of my seat playing this one because every single play felt so impactful, because yards and points were at a premium for the majority of today's game. We hold Cam Newton to under 100 yards passing, just 4.3 yards per attempt. And while Lamarcus Albert did throw an end zone interception, that one was my fault. I got a little bit greedy trying to find Christopher Herndon in the back of the end zone, and that's something I need to clean up going forward. We can't be expecting to turn the ball over in the red zone like we did today and come away with a victory in all of our games. We did move the ball a lot better in the second half than we did in the first half, and that was primarily because our run game started picking things up. We had just 2.2 yards per carry in the first half and over 6 yards per carry in the second half. We only ended up throwing the ball 5 times in the second half, and that was mostly to convert a couple of 3rd downs. So our running game coming alive happened at just the right time to help us drain the clock and keep New England's offense off the field. It was a pretty quiet day for our passing offense, but Kadarius Hodge had a really fine game for us. He had 5 catches for 57 yards and the go-ahead touchdown. And he was a big reason why a lot of our drives were able to continue. It's been a pretty quiet season for Hodge. He was a distant 3rd in terms of wide receiver targets, but we've seen him elevate his game before, usually when someone goes down with an injury, so it was great to see him get hot in the snow and the sleet here today. Our offensive line played well. They really battled and had a great second half for the run game. They also held up pretty well in pass protection, because New England likes to blitz a lot. We focused on that in practice this week, and you could really tell that the pressure wasn't there like it's been in previous games against the Patriots. But how about this defense? With the lights shining bright, they turned perhaps their best performance of the season, right up there with their Week 16 victory over the Patriots as well. And I think it's safe to say that we've got New England's number at this point in the season. We held the Patriots to just 162 yards of offense and 7 first downs over 4 full quarters. We played really disciplined football on that side of the ball. There were very few instances of yards after the catch or yards after contact. And we made so many plays on 2nd and 3rd down, it felt like. They were just not having any success on 3rd and short. And then of course he throw in that big fumble return for the touchdown to really put the game away at that point. This was a really impressive effort from our defense that should have the rest of the remaining teams taking notice. It's hard to put into words just how dominant this defense was, so I'll let the numbers do the talking. We held them to just 206 total yards. That's including their kick and their punt return yards. They were 2 for 9 on 3rd down and of course 0 for 1 on 4th down. And our defense scored as many touchdowns today as their offense did. The story of the game came down to the fact that we were able to sustain drives even if they didn't end in points. And the Patriots weren't. They say that defense wins championships, and now ours has given us a chance to win the AFC Championship next week. And before we take a look at our opponent for next week, we do have some upgrades to go through. James Delgado is now 87 overall with a +1 morale boost, and he continues to play at a high level. Benjamin Burks gets an upgrade. He's had a very good season for us at left guard, and I'm really glad that we've got him there, learning from the veteran Ben Jones at center. Mekhi Becton has not seen the field a whole lot this season, but he brings a lot of value as someone who can play multiple positions on our offensive line. And Marion Marriott will also get an upgrade for us here today. He had some nice plays for us down the stretch, and he's looked pretty comfortable at the strong safety position. We weren't the only divisional rivals battling it out here this weekend. Seattle edges the San Francisco 49ers 13-10 behind 218 yards and a touchdown from Russell Wilson. Elsewhere in the NFC, it's the New York Giants dropping 35 points on the Arizona Cardinals. Le'Veon Bell's season comes to a close. Saquon Barkley finds the end zone 3 times for the Giants, and Daniel Jones throws for almost 300 yards in the victory. But our opponent next week is the #1 seed Houston Texans. They string together a 14-point fourth quarter comeback and win in overtime over Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals. Deshaun Watson throws for 300 yards and a score. He was very efficient through the air for the Texans. And he's put together an MVP caliber season that have a lot of pundits guessing that he will win his 2nd MVP award in his career. He's got no weaknesses in his game, and he's backed up by one of the best rosters in the league. They went 15-1 this season, showing the poise and the cohesion needed to nearly go undefeated during the regular season. This is one of the best rosters I've ever seen, and we're going to need to get through them if we want to play in the Super Bowl this season. It'll be the AFC Championship up next on this channel. Thank you all for watching, and like always, have a good one, everybody.